Hi, my name is Ben Lawhon. I'm the Director of Education and Research for the Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics based in Colorado in the United States. Leave No Trace is an international movement that is designed to help people understand how to enjoy the outdoors responsibly. And that's all people, kids, adults, everyone in between. Our mission is to promote responsible enjoyment of all outdoor spaces, whether it's public lands owned by the government or private lands or any other lands where recreation may take place. Leave No Trace at its simplest and its most core is a framework for making good decisions about minimizing our own impacts when we spend time recreating outside. It's a way for us to make the best possible decision about leaving as little trace as possible when we camp, when we hike, when we climb, when we bike, when we fish, when we do any number of things in the outdoors. How did Leave No Trace get started? At least here in the US, in the 1960s, the government of the United States set aside large parcels of land that were designated as wilderness, and these areas were to be used for recreational purposes in most cases. And what the managers of these lands started to see over time was an increase in impacts from recreation. Things like polluted water sources and trampled and damaged vegetation and campfire impacts and impacts on other people. And what they began to realize is that people weren't engaging in these actions because they didn't care about the environment. They were doing things that were impactful because they just simply didn't know the consequences of their actions. And so what we started to realize over time is that we need an effective way to teach people how to enjoy the outdoors responsibly. We need to teach them skills, how to store their food properly from wildlife, how to keep soap out of water sources, and how to do their dishes in the backcountry, how to have a minimum impact campfire that doesn't turn into a wildfire. And we began to develop this program to be able to teach all people who spend time outside how to minimize their impacts. And over time, this program has grown. Our organization, the Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics, has essentially been the leader in promoting this idea, this ethic, this movement on a worldwide basis. While we operate predominantly in the United States, we have partners in about 90 countries around the globe that are doing various things with Leave No Trace in their countries to help those people also understand how they can take care of the outdoors as well. I'm an Eagle Scout from many, many years ago, and I know from my time in scouting that this concept has always been sort of part of what we do as scouts, taking care of the outdoors, taking care of the places we care about. Now it's more important than ever. There are more and more of us trying to enjoy the same spaces for recreation, whether it's scouting focused or whether it's an outing with friends or family. We're all trying to enjoy so many of the same places. And because of that, we see more and more impacts to the land as a result of recreation. That's why Leave No Trace is as important as ever, that we learn the Leave No Trace principles, that we learn the Leave No Trace skills and techniques, and that we do what we individually can to put those into action. That's how all of our lands enjoyed for recreation will benefit. And that's how we can provide for a sustainable future for these lands over time. By all putting our shoulder to the wheel and being part of the solution to minimize our own individual impacts, but they're cumulative over time. These impacts add up over time. And so how we deal with them is what's really important. So I would challenge you all to learn more about Leave No Trace. If you don't know anything, that's fine. There's always the opportunity to learn. If you know some about Leave No Trace, you can always learn more. And if you're very experienced with Leave No Trace, I would encourage you to share that knowledge and share that experience with your fellow scouts and with other people you come in contact with. Scouts are leaders. Be a leader. Share that information. Teach others how to do it. And we will all benefit. And all the wild places that we all love and care about will also benefit. So thank you for your time. I would encourage you to continue learning about Leave No Trace. I would encourage you to continue putting Leave No Trace into action so that we can all enjoy a sustainable future for our outdoors. Thank you.